On July 2nd, 2021, 22-year-old travel blogger Gabby Petito and her fiancé, 23-year-old Brian Laundrie, set out on what was meant to be a 4-month van life journey across the United States. Gabby documented their adventure on social media. A white Ford Transit van converted into a home on wheels, the open road ahead, national parks, sunsets, freedom. The couple traveled from their base in Florida to Gabby's home on Long Island, New York, before departing on the road. They visited places like the Great Sand Dunes in Colorado, Zion and Bryce Canyon in Utah, and other scenic spots, posting photos and videos. At the beginning, everything seemed bright: ambition, travel, social media content, the dream of an influencer life documenting the open road. In mid-August, while in Moab, Utah, the couple were involved in a police stop after someone reported an altercation. Officers found Gabby crying and Brian somewhat aggressive. The report suggested tension between them. Though no charges were filed, the incident was a pointer. The veneer of joy began showing cracks.
You want to place your vehicle into park and go ahead and turn it off for me? No, park?
Oh, it isn't park yet.
Okay, turn off your engine. Go ahead and set your keys on the dash for me, all right? What's your guys' names?
Gabby.
I'm Brian.
Gabby, Brian? Okay. What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm sorry, we've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
On the 12th of August, 6 weeks into their trip across America, the couple's picture-perfect partnership began to publicly unravel.
I was distracting him from driving, I'm sorry.
Can I get you to step out of the vehicle for me, ma'am?
Yeah.
What you're watching is distressing police body camera vision, recorded after the couple was pulled over following reports of a domestic violence incident in Moab, Utah.
Hi, I'm calling to report a domestic dispute. They just drove off.
What were they doing?
We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
For all their attempts to portray happiness, this was the reality of Gabby and Brian's life on the road.
I just quit my job to travel across the country, and I'm trying to start a blog.
Okay.
So I've been building my website, so I've been really stressed, and he doesn't really believe that I could do any of it, so that's kind of been like a, I don't know, he's like down there, I don't know, we've just been fighting all morning, and he wouldn't let me in the car before. And then
Why wouldn't he let you in the car? Because you're OCD?
He told me I needed to calm down, yeah. But I'm perfectly calm, I'm calm all the time, and he really stresses me out, and this is a rough morning.
My instinct about what I was seeing on camera was this is bad news. I knew it wasn't going to end well. For me, it's a murder in slow motion. This was preventable.
Like millions around the world, criminal profiler Laura Richards has pored over Gabby and Brian's encounter with the police. She says it's clear that coercive control was a factor in the relationship.
This was one human being behaving in a way that was insidious, controlling and manipulative, not just to his partner, but to the police officers.
For more than an hour, police went back and forth between the couple, trying to get to the bottom of their fight. From the outset, Brian was cool and calm and tried to downplay the incident with Gabby.
Do you mind lifting up your right sleeve for me? I'm curious about something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's like clothing
what's that
there.
from?
I suppose fingernails, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about
Is it
fingernails.
bruised or tender or anything like that?
No. I'm fine, and I love Gabby. I hope she doesn't have too many complaints about me.
Initially, Gabby tried to protect her fiancé.
Is there something on your cheek here? Looks like, did you get hit in the face? Kind of looks like something like hit you in the face. And then over on your arm, shoulder, right here. That's new, huh? Kind of a new mark.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
But then admitted that Brian had been violent with her.
Two people that came to us and told us that they saw him hit you. There's two people saying that they saw him punch you. We're just independent witnesses by Moonflower.
Well, to be honest, I definitely hit him first.
Where'd you hit him?
I slapped him in the face.
You slapped him first, and then just on his face?
He gets cool, shut up.
Did he hit you though? I mean, it's okay if you're saying you hit him, and then I understand if he hit you, but we want to know the truth if he actually hit you. Because
I guess, yeah, but I hit him first.
Where did he hit you? No, don't worry, just be
He
honest.
like grabbed my face, like, I guess. I definitely have a cut right here, so I can feel it.
Yeah.
Touch it, it burns.
This could have been, and should have been, the turning point in this story. But even after pushing Gabby for the truth, police seemed to side with Brian.
When I first got here, we were more worried about what kind of a guy you are from what we heard. But in talking to your girlfriend, it sounds to me like maybe this is not so clear cut. So.
You've just greenlit the abuser. You've just reinforced his behaviour. And I think that he felt relieved, and I saw that relief. It was palpable. I saw it on camera, and he's joking, and he's sort of making jokes. And he clearly lied to the police officers, and they believed everything that he said. That makes me angry.
We sympathize with you, but based on what you've said, and based on what our witnesses said, and even based on what your fiance has mentioned, trying his very hardest not to have you in any trouble, he does have marks on him that witnesses say were caused by you slapping him. And that even you say you slapped him and were aggressing him first. And I don't have anyone saying that he actually punched you aggressively.
Having identified Brian as the victim, by law, the officer should have charged Gabby. But he was clearly conflicted and discussed it at length with his colleagues.
She's got to be 105 pounds soaking wet, 22, full of anxiety, having a really tough time. Not making excuses, but I mean, it is written in the code. We do have a domestic assault here. He's not wanting to pursue it. How far do you want to go with this? Like, you know why the domestic assault code is there. The reason why they don't give us discretion on these things is because too many times women who are at risk want to go back to their abuser. They just wanted him to stop, and they don't want to have to be separated. They don't want him charged. They don't want him to go to jail. And then they end up getting worse and worse treatment, and then they end up getting killed.
But the officer decided Gabby wasn't the one at risk.
In no way, shape, or form that I can perceive does what happened here, a little slap fight between fiancés who love each other, want to be together, can I perceive that this is going to digress into the situation where he's going to be a battered man? Right. But then again, I don't have a crystal ball.
In the end, the police ordered Gabby and Brian to separate for the night.
You want me to let him know that you love him and that you'll see him tomorrow and stuff like that?
No other action was taken, and no one followed up with them.
Have a good day.
Do you think an opportunity was missed here to prevent this tragedy from happening?
In my opinion, there were multiple opportunities missed to prevent the escalation that happened. Had Brian's behaviour been picked up, there may have been a very different outcome.
What was it like, Nicole, for you as her mother when you saw that footage?
It's just hard to watch. I wanted to jump through the screen and rescue her. I saw a young girl that needed someone to just hug her and keep her safe. I just felt so bad for her.
For the next 2 weeks, the couple continued on their trip, posting more videos and happy snaps along the way.
She said, I'm going to Grand Teton. She was excited to go see that area. I didn't even know where it was. I never heard of it. She was just said, okay, and I had to look it up and see where it was, so I was excited for her. It looked beautiful.
But the tension in their relationship continued to grow. And by the time the couple had reached Wyoming in late August, Gabby was at breaking point.
We were actually at a lunch. It was our first full day in Wyoming, and we just by chance happened to walk into this little Mexican restaurant. Gabby was very clearly emotional. She was crying. Brian was evidently angry. He was, I would say he had a temper. And that's when I kind of started to take notice, like, wow, this guy is really, and I told Matt, my exact words were, he's creeping me out.
Matt England and Nina Angelo were also in Wyoming on the 27th of August, when they crossed paths with Brian and Gabby, who were in the middle of a heated argument with restaurant staff.
I just remember that she was crying and was talking with the hostess.
On August 24th or so, Gabby was last seen by her family via FaceTime and made her last Instagram post. On September 1st, Brian returned alone to the Laundrie family home in Florida, driving the van they had used for the trip without Gabby. Her family had by then lost contact. On September 11th, Gabby's family filed a missing persons report when she had been out of contact for weeks. On September 19th, 2021, Gabby's remains were found by law enforcement in the Spread Creek dispersed camping area of the Bridger-Teton National Forest in Wyoming. The coroner ruled her death a homicide. Cause of death: strangulation, along with blunt force trauma to head and neck. Meanwhile, Brian was named a person of interest in her disappearance and death. An arrest warrant was later issued for his unauthorized use of her debit card between August 30th and September 1st. On October 20th, 2021, human remains and other items belonging to Brian were found in the Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park in Florida. The remains were confirmed via dental records. His death was ruled a suicide. The case became a national phenomenon. It raised issues of domestic abuse warning signs, the role of social media in modern crime awareness, and how a seemingly perfect road trip story could unravel into tragedy. Gabby's family and advocates have used her story to highlight domestic violence awareness and to call for better protection for vulnerable
He said, I'm going to show you this. And I don't want to, but there's some stuff on here maybe you can identify. It was Gabby. Just her hair coming out of her hood that was over her head. Just laying there in the ground for weeks. In the wild. Just left there like she was a piece of trash by somebody who was supposed to love her. And I collapsed to the ground, and I had to pick up the phone and compose myself and call Nikki and get Joe on the phone.
I remember on September 19th that I got a phone call. I'm sure she was scared. And anytime she was scared, she would call me or Jim, you or Nikki. So, I don't know who she called out for.